Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Madals and this is another StarCraft 2 England cast, and well, to be honest guys, this has been a great afternoon for me so far because I am casting all of the Razor Replay Pack of the Week from LiquidSea, who is just astoundingly brilliant. Yeah, that's pretty much a good introduction for him. He's completely amazing. He's up against Bang, another Terran player, so it's going to be a TvT. It's on Ahana, it's a ladder game. It is from the Korean server, and yeah, these two are pretty damn good. See, all of the games I've cast of his at the moment are just stunningly fantastic. Now, obviously, I'm not naive enough to think that he plays all games like that because it is, of course, his replay pack released by Team Liquid, so it is going to be some of his best games, but seriously, it has been really impressive. And obviously, being TvT, it's all about the strategic positioning of everything, and, well, what do you reckon is going to happen? Let me know in the comments, let me know your predictions, that'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, I will know if people are cheating if you all get it right. So don't cheat. I'm not even cheating. I haven't watched this replay. I have no clue who's going to win. But I do know that it's probably going to be full of epicness. That is pretty much the way. Looks like C getting down that commands. Barracks rather. Same as Bang there. Bangs was slightly quicker out, but only by like a second. So that is all fine. They're going for very, very, very similar builds. I mean, the only real difference is, of course, Bang chucking down the supply depot to form a wall off, whereas C's just like, no point doing that. Ahana, let's talk a little bit about the map. Well, obviously, this natural base, it's quite easy to take at the end of the day. You've got a relatively narrow ramp there, which means it's quite easy to hold. It's just a nice position. I mean, Ahana as well, other things you can think about as well, drops obviously quite naturally lend themselves to this large cliff area at the end of the day. You've got that nice little area, you can just jump up there. Again, medevac drops are really, really nice. Third base, should we get that far, also really exposed to drops due to this like massive area of dead space you can't get to. So yeah, we'll wait and see if that plays in. See, getting up one gas, so we're not going to see a one racks command center out of him, nor out of Bang. They're both getting their gas up, so yeah, they're going to be sticking on one bases a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll wait and see how it all plays out. And let me say, guys, while we're just seeing what strategy these two are going to go for, if you do like the casting, please subscribe. I get new games up every single day of the week. Leave a cool comment and like the video. That would just be awesome. And if you want to follow me on Twitter as well, if you're a tweeting person, that would be terrific. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that matter. Anyway, looking here, we do, of course, have a factory coming down here for Bang. Meanwhile, we should see, well, a reactor coming down for C. So different strategies here already and how they're spending that early gas. So that's always good. I like, in mirror matches, when you see variation in build, you know you're going to have fun because obviously there's certain mirror matches where you just see both players do exactly the same thing for a good like 5-10 minutes and you're just like, well, this isn't predictable at all. But we do, of course, have C getting down his command center quite a bit earlier. That is already getting to be quite significantly earlier. Expansion out of C. Bang, of course, does have the reactor coming up now. He's got the factory there, so he's going to have a lot more army out on the field a lot quicker. The factory only coming down now for C, so it's what, probably a good like 50 seconds behind that on completion, which is good for obviously getting down the expansion quicker, but bad in terms of what army you're going to have on the field. The delay in the tech path. We now have the starport coming down as well here for Bang, so this is really gearing up to be a lot of aggression at the end of the day. If C holds it, then without taking too many losses, he's going to be in a great spot because he's going to have his command center up a gazillion times faster than Bang's. He's going to have way more workers, double the amount of mules, which is just good times. Anyway, we do have the Hellion now moving forward. This is, again, just going to be some nice little bit of pressure. It's going to just poke up, prod, and won't be able to get through these 4 Marines just on its own, but for the moment it's all good. We've got the switch coming down here, we've got the starport coming down as well, so both players going for really similar builds at the moment. The only real defining difference is just that C is slightly behind in terms of the teching, due completely to getting down the command center earlier, and I actually think getting that command center down will pay off well because he's not that further behind in terms of the tech path or the units on the field, and he's what, about 5 supply behind that of his opponent, but he's going to really start overtaking in terms of the worker count very, very shortly and the income, and that's going to allow him to really dominate in the later parts of the game. So Bang needs to make his move soon, and it looks like that move is going to be coming up now. He's already going across the map with quite a lot of units. He's got a medevac out already. He's following that up with... No, C's actually getting the Viking out. So Viking against a medevac, that's all fine. We do have, well, the option of just a little bit of dropping. Obviously, those Marines are going to do a lot better. But see, he's got an awful lot of Hellions out already. He's 4 Hellions against 3. And he is going to come and scout most of this. And he gets a couple of hits off, which is good. Of course, every time you get a couple of hits early on, you're in a pretty good position to see what's going to happen. And also, you've got the preemptive advantage. One Hellion gets sniped down incredibly quick there by C. And that was not the greatest engagement out of Bang right there. C just still pumping more Hellions at the moment. He's pumping out, well, a medevac following up that Viking. The Viking is going to be really, really helpful just for getting the good scouting information. And, well, see, he's just happily sitting back for the moment. He's pumping out units. He's in a nice defensive spot. Those 2 Hellions need to come down onto the low ground, though. See, preemptively splitting his units, and this is something that everyone can learn from. And, well, here we go. We have got the engagement coming down. That Viking trying to pick off the medevac, and it's doing good damage at the moment, and it will be forced to pull back. If the Viking does pick it off, that'd be absolutely brilliant. It's got about 1 more, maybe 2 volleys from that Viking there. Yeah, still, but of course, we do have the second medevac now, and that is going to help. In terms of the loss tab, it's very, very close indeed. Only 74 resources different in terms of what's lost. But a medevac now out for C as well. That can help. The Viking gets picked off. That is a good little win there for Bang. And see, he's going to have to start thinking about how he's going to transition out of this and really keep the defense going, because as you can see, Bang, he's got the pressure on. He's not trying to end the game. He's getting up his own expansion, but it's still so far behind. In terms of the worker count, though, see, only 2 ahead. It's the extra mules that are really helping. And here we go. We've got the double drop. We've got the elevator play into the main base, and C rapidly trying to come back here. He's got a lot of Hellions there, though. He's got a lot of damage. The SCVs there as well. And, well, good drop play, but quite a few units getting picked off, and that was not as good as Bang would have potentially wanted it to be. And as a result, that means, of course, that C doing okay, but he's pulled quite a few SCVs at the moment, so obviously those SCVs are getting picked off, and, well, Bang's killed 2 of them. He's got his own Viking there now. Could try and start getting some shots off onto that medevac, gets 1 volley off, and, of course, every time you get a free volley, it's just good times. Looking here, see, he's getting up a Banshee. It's about to be up. He's got Cloak coming as well. Behind this, of course, Bang getting up the Siege Tank tech, his own base coming, and it looks like Bang pulling back for the moment. He's done enough aggression. In terms of the loss tab, very, very equal. I mean, 100 resources different is nothing really significant. Looking at the work count, 35 to 32. There's the third and we're now 4th gas coming up for C. The 3rd gas just on its way out for Bang, who's getting up more production facilities. Literally, only difference is that C getting up 2 additional factories compared to 2 additional barracks. So going much more mech heavy. Looking though, this is going to be a big counter-aggressive push. C taken the supply advantage lead, and it could be really quite powerful. Now we'll wait and see how it all goes down, but yeah, Bang, he's got good numbers of units on the field. Now the 1 Banshee coming in, that's going to be able to pick off a couple of kills. We'll force a scan, but for the moment there is no energy on the natural command center, but the Marines are moving forward. Are we going to see a scan go off? Not for the moment. So that Banshee happily gets away with 3 kills. That's not too bad at all. Got some good scouting information. We've got to see, looking like he's gearing up for a drop. Is going to get spotted by the Hellions. It will. So there we should see now the ability for Bang to go and defend that, but has he noticed? No, he didn't. He didn't spot it. That means this drop going to go in absolutely uncontested. That is going to be bad times. But here we go. We've got the units moving across now. A couple more, but of course that leaves the front vulnerable because some units have fallen back. Those Marines are going to be able to get some good shots up on the Marines. Meanwhile, we've got the natural base being pushed. Those tanks don't have siege mode, which means that, well, they do have siege mode. They're just not sieged up at all. And, well, the push at the front getting closed down. The push at the back getting closed down as well. But how much damage did C manage to do? Well, he killed off 6 workers, which isn't anything too bad. He's 10 workers ahead now, which is obviously a nice point. In terms of the army supply, though, he's behind by about 10 army supply, which isn't great. He needs to pull back. He's got that 1 Raven out there now, which is nice. He's doing good play overall. How many Banshees are left? The 2 Banshees are still up. Where have they gone? How many kills have they each got? 2 and 4 kills on those Banshees. So that's good. It's a nice kind of more mech play. We've got Blue Flame Hellions. Gonna be researching for C at the moment. He's got Siege Mode half done. Siege Mode is done for Bang though, but he's only got those 2 tanks. And of course the Banshees could be very, very effective. We've got 1 SCV going down there for C. Looks like he's just gonna build a 3rd because he can, like a boss. The Banshee actually getting some good hits off on the tank. That is always good times as Scan goes down, but of course 1 tank picked off. I definitely consider that a good trade in this situation. See, he's got siege mode quite a long way away, 10 seconds away, but he's going for the push. He's bringing a lot of SCVs as well. The Hellions trying to get some nice shots off. The tanks are the problem though, and the Hellions actually blocking quite a lot of the units from coming forward. We've got a auto turret down, just trying to soak up some more damage. The Hellions are all just clumping up. We do have the 1 Banshee getting scanned, but it's close and is not getting focus fired, and it looks like C is going to be able to hold this push off for the moment. Needs to focus that tank down ASAP, but how much did he lose in the process? Well, he seemed to have lost an awful lot of workers. That was 19 workers killed in total through this match by Bang. So C is now behind by, well, 10 workers, but he started his third base behind that push anyway. That is just real macro mode. It's really nice. For the moment though, we do have these Hellions pushing forward. They are Blue Flame Hellions, and they actually managed to pick off a tank, which is pretty impressive. The other tank getting picked up by the medevacs and just running back ASAP. And really now we've got Bang in a more defensive position. We're looking here, see he's got good production, he's getting out a stupid number of tanks. Siege mode is of course done for him now. That's going to help him massively. We've got the one Banshee on the field, that's just pushing forward. We've got a second Banshee in production as well for C, just replacing the one that was sniped off. And well, this is a really, really tense game at the moment. You can't imagine how these two players are feeling. They're both going to be really, really tense because obviously they've both had really aggressive styles used both by them and against them. And C, he's obviously just lost a lot of workers, so it feels like he's going to need to catch up. And that's what we're seeing here with his counter aggression. But he's got a good number of tanks, but of course siege mode done, and you can't afford to sacrifice those Hellions straight into siege mode. But now C has managed to get in a very, very strong defensive position. And well, a contained position rather, and that basically means the Bang is pretty much stuck there. He's going to struggle to push into this army, and Unsiege goes down. He's got the two Vikings there. He's going to try and edge forward. He could use this side entrance to try and get through as well, which would be good, but C, kind of predicting what's going to go on, pulls back. He's got a scouting barracks as well. He's going complete mech mode right now, and well, looking here, we've got Bang moving up the side of the map, and if it's spotted by the watchtower, well, that could be pretty bad. The Vikings do give vision, and are we going to see a siege up? Well, no, we're not yet, but the tank numbers way high. Neither player sieging for the moment, but it looks like Bang doing very well. The supply count for C absolutely plummeting, and well, all of C's army gets completely taken out, and there's a GG. And if only C was sieged up, I think that would have gone completely differently. But wow, that was a tense TvT. What did you think of that, guys? Let me know in the comments section. But most importantly, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you tomorrow for yet another new cast. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.